I'm your welcome to another review. Joining me for Distant Shores, Chapter 15, Race Against Time. You and your crew have been sailing after the Admiral all through the night and most of the next day. Come on, come on. Kenrick calls down from the poop deck. I don't see the bastards anywhere. They can't be that far ahead of us, right? Nay, they must be on just beyond our sights.
Still no sign of them, Lieutenant. Shall we alter course?
No, we're going the right way. I can feel it.
I can feel it.
And you can deep in your gut. The Admiral may have the compass in his grasp, but it still calls to you, drawing you ever closer. Miss Bellamy has the helm. Follow her orders as you would mine.
Yes, sir.
I guess telling Oliver the truth about where I am from was the right call.
Don't worry, Peyton. We'll keep an eye out for the Admiral and an eye on Oliver's crew.
You still don't trust them?
Nay, but there are a few I do trust.
He gestures to the scar on his face with a dagger.
A lesson I learned the hard way.
You'll be the first to know when we spot the Admiral's colors. I know I can count on all of you to keep the peace while we make a plan.
Keep the peace, keep the peace.
You leave the crew on watch and find Charlie and Edward on the starboard side. Do we have a plan for when we actually get to wherever we're going?
We prevent the Admiral from taking the treasure and whatever power goes with it, by any means necessary.
You think of the way the compass glowed when Robert touched it. I don't think it's just the Admiral we have to worry about. Robert will be headed this way too. Robert, but the Admiral betrayed him as well as us, and he doesn't have the compass to guide him. I don't think he needs...
Blockade ahead!
This can't be good. We should have stolen a writ from the Governor, well, like the Admiral did. We'll just have to talk our way through. It's just improv, right? Besides, we still have our Navy disguises. The three of you quickly change and then rejoin the others on deck. Bring it on. Oliver joins you as a smaller scout ship from the fleet pulls up alongside you.
State your business.
Is there any way to talk to your superior officer? The Navyman takes in your disguise and instantly changes his demeanor.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
The man takes a closer look at Oliver.
Lieutenant Cochrane, your reputation precedes you. I heard you betrayed the Admiral and led a mutiny against the Crown.
You heard exactly what you're supposed to hear. Lieutenant Cochrane is undercover. He's been tasked with infiltrating pirate havens in the area. That you heard such gossip means this cover story word.
But
Look, you have to let us through the blockade. It's literally a matter of life and death.
And whose death might that be?
Whose death? The Admiral's, if we don't reach him in time.
But you don't have any papers.
Is that a trade you're willing to take? The Admiral's life for some paperwork?
No, of course not.
The officer considers the two of you, then nods.
Godspeed on your mission.
You give him a little salute. Thank you, officer. Finally past the blockade, and you let out a brief sigh of relief. Then you realize your stomach twists as you realize you feel the pull of the compass more strongly than ever. We're getting close. You're interrupted by a loud foghorn. You turn your hand and gape as a sleek passenger liner cruises past the ship. What the? Do you see that? You turn to the others, but when you glance back... Good God, what was that? That would be a rift in time, and if you're seeing it too... You grip the rail, stomach twisting with unease. That can't be good.
Sail ho! It's the Admiral, Captain!
We've got him in our sights.
We got him, we got him.
But as you look over the horizon to see the Admiral's ship for yourself. What the hell? Here, love, take the spyglass. You lift Charlie's spyglass to your eye. That's the Admiral's ship, alright. But when you lower it, both ships are still sailing through You're not sure what. You seriously don't see this. You just roll around, not even sure which way is up at this point. I see that. Following Charlie's gaze, you see the sea before the Admiral's ship beginning to roil like a boiling pot on a stove. The otherworldly swirl void fades back into reality as something huge emerges from the thrashing waters. What in the devil's name is that? An ancient temple thrusts high into the sky, its ornately carved arches glistening in the sunlight. Then it really is true. Queen Magdalena's treasure. It must be inside the temple, which means that's where the Admiral's headed. So, are we? You watch as the men pour off the Admiral's anchored ship. The Admiral himself runs inside the temple alone, leaving his men on the beach, armed and ready. If a fight is what he wants, then a fight he shall get. As the crew scatters to ready themselves for combat, Charlie pulls you aside. The fight ahead will be our toughest yet. I picked up something for Ianport Monarch that I think will come in handy. He produces a sturdy leather coat with strategically placed armor plates. You got me pirate armor? It's freaking awesome. Wear the Jolly Roger armor to gain crucial hints in the big battle ahead. Shouldn't it be take crucial hits instead of get hints? I don't know. You slip in the armor, the leather is sturdy enough to shield you, but supple enough to move with your body. You are a true pirate now, love. The Admiral will regret the day he crossed me. We're approaching the beach. The crew grips their weapons and ropes as you prepare to swing down from the ship. Ready? Attack! The crew storms the beach, weapons held high. The Admiral's men rush to meet you on all sides.
Remember what the Admiral said, no mercy.
We don't need your mercy. Maggie tries to take on 2 Navy officers at once, but they quickly have her surrounded. Both of them at once. You draw your pistol. Aim, breathe, shoot. You fire, hitting the officer's upraised sword right out of his hand. Oh! You quickly turn and shoot the other man, catching him in the side. I call that one BOGO. That was some shot, Peyton. What can I say? Charlie taught me well. You turn to find Ada, cartwheeling across the sand, taunting the Navyman. Yo-hoo, boys! Bet you can't catch me!
Don't Harpy, get back here!
She leaves them behind an outcropping of rock, where Axton pops out and cuts them down. Take that. They really are a dynamic duo. Let me guess, this is to show off all of her diamond choices. Surrender. Never! Then you'll die. In an instant, Charlie vanishes. It's as if she's simply blinking out of existence. But then she's back as if no time has passed at all. If that's what you prefer. What the hell? You're so distracted by the time anomaly that you don't see the sailor bearing down on you until he's a mere 2 steps away. Die, pirate scum! Block with my gauntlet. You raise your arm to block the blow, and the blade glances off your armor. Huh, not this time. You kick him square in the chest. Oh!
Sending you back to Davy Jones.
You glance over to see the gunners fighting off everyone that moves their way.
Back to back, girl. We'll take them all as they come.
I got you, Jonas. Like father, like daughter. Boom, 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 boom. The sand on the beaches explodes on impact, sending Navymen flying through the air. What the? Let me guess, Kendrick. Yeah, all of your diamond choices, basically.
You can thank me later, lass. Just avoid those tide pools.
Just then, Oliver's voice booms out over the fight.
Men, put down your weapons. We have no quarrel with any of you, only with the Admiral. We are sworn to protect him, just as we were sworn to fight for the crown.
My father no longer represents the crown. He's let his love of power lead him down an evil path, but you don't have to follow him.
This is Lieutenant Cochrane. We've seen the Admiral's cruelty firsthand.
But we can stop him before it's too late. The Admiral's men look at each other uncertain. You could sense their resolve wakening, making them vulnerable to the right argument. This is it, Peyton. Your most important monologue ever. This is your chance to perform in front of a packed house and get the standing ovation you've been dreaming of. Well, metaphorically. You take a deep breath and step forward, all eyes are on you. Gentlemen, I commend your loyalty. You fought bravely for your commander, even when you didn't understand his orders, even when you started to doubt his word. But the Admiral is not worthy of your allegiance. He's no more loyal to you than he is of his own family, his own son. A low murmur spreads throughout the Navy crew, their attacks halted as they consider their options. Mark me. He has to remember the choice you're about to make. Whether you're remembered as a hero or a villain is up to you. The beach is quiet, eerily so, as each man in turn considers your words, then one by one. The pirate has a point. You're going to join them? Join them? Never! But that doesn't mean we have to keep fighting them. The Navy men lay down their arms. One of the officers turns to you. You're right. We've got no quarrel with each other, and we're not standing in your way. You just gave the monologue of a lifetime. Yeah, it was so incredible. Thank you. It means... attack! Oh, hey, scumbag. Just then, Robert and his crew, of like 4 people at this point, let's be real, ambush you from behind, swords and pistols drawn.
Oh, son of mercy!
You're the ones who are going to need mercy. Your crew turns to face their new attackers. Even a few Navy men grab their weapons and stand beside you as the fight begins in earnest. You! This is all your fault! Octavia pounces her sword, crashing down on you from above. You lift your sword just in time to parry the blow, and then elbow her hard at the stomach, knocking her back. I'm getting real sick of your bullshit, Octavia. Allow me. You step back as one of the Navy men sweeps in to distract Octavia. Just because I'm small doesn't mean I can't fight. You see Jenny attacking, her small rapier glinting in the bright sunlight. Don't count me out just because of my profession. On the other side of the beach, the surgeon wields his blade with surprising agility and quickness. Damn, he can fight. Out of my way. Oof. Robert shoves you over because you didn't see him coming, sending you sprawling to the ground as he rushes towards the temple entrance. Maggie hurries to help you up. We have to stop him. Can you use some of your future magic to help? Like that black box you showed us. My phone? You pull it out of your pocket, but a lifeless screen stares back at you. Out of battery, but not completely useless. Hey, Robert, can you hear me now? Let me guess, you're gonna throw it? You chuck your phone at Robert with all your might, hitting him with surprising accuracy. Hey, watch it! Whoops, must have slipped out of my hand. You're still grinning triumphantly when Robert whistles for his parrot to dive directly at you.
Ah, dead men tell no tales.
Tell Polly to counterattack. Polly, attack.
Attack, attack!
At your command, Polly swoops in, pecking and scratching.
Ah!
The two birds twist together through the air, their colorful wings painting a beautiful collage against the sky blue backdrop. Of course, have the animals fight one another. Yep. Be careful. But you needn't worry, Polly soars high, keeping just out of reach until she's led Robert's parrot far away from you. Good girl, Polly.
Beach, please!
You spin around looking for Robert along the beach, but he's nowhere to be found. How did he just disappear like that? He's in the temple. All around you, battle rages on. Your side pushes back Robert's crew, gaining the upper hand. Don't let up, we can't stop until they've all been captured. There's 4 people, Edward. Good work, love. You wield your weapons like you've been doing it all your life. Thanks. I don't get it. What was their plan? Even if we hadn't turned the Navy to our side, Robert's crew was always going to be outnumbered. He wasn't trying to defeat us, look. Edward points to the steps leading up to the mysterious temple. Robert is bounding up them 2 at a time. But just a minute ago, we couldn't find him anywhere. He just needed to distract us long enough for him to slip away. His crew be damned. The bastard. I say we make him pay. After you. You hurry up the temple steps with Edward, Charlie, and Oliver on your heels. Your stomach twists as you consider what horror awaits you. There's no turning back now. The air inside the ancient temple pulses with a strange energy. It echoes through you, reverberating so strongly that it feels like a heartbeat, like your heartbeat. Which way do we go? There are 3 corridors branching off of the main room. To cover them all, we have to split up. I'll take the left path, Edward with the right. Oliver can take the center. And then I'll join. Choose your partner carefully. The path you take will have lasting consequences for you and your future together. It's a hard choice, really. No, I'm being serious. It's a really hard choice. Like, Oliver, we just met. It kind of sucks his dad disowned him and left him for dead, but meh. As for Charlie, I really like her. She's not half bad. However, I'm gonna land on Edward. Like I said, I've kind of grown for the man. He has a way about him. You follow Edward down the path on the right, and the footsteps of the others fade quickly in the distance. Soon, the only sounds are the steady drip of water and the low groan of the temple settling around you. Edward, what do you think we'll find inside? I've no idea. Just the existence of this place is beyond anything I could have imagined. Is the compass still calling to you? Yes. If there's a way for me to get home, I think we'll find it there. And will you walk that path when the time comes? Honestly, I have no idea. I'm so confused. And perhaps your heart will decide for you when the time comes. Yeah, I hope so. In any event, we definitely can't let the Admiral get his hands on whatever's inside. That has to be our top priority. Aye, it is so absolutely vital that we stop him. I have failed so many times before, I cannot fail now. It's not your fault. The Admiral would have found this place eventually. Would he? If my obsession drove Robert to mutiny and joined forces with him. Without Robert's help, perhaps the Admiral's quest would have ended long ago. Or maybe he would have already found the treasure. Either way, we don't know for sure. Just then you hear a faint click coming from above your head. Duck and roll. Instinct takes over and you drop to your stomach, rolling out of the way just as a sharp blade swings down from a trap door in the ceiling. That looks sharp. No, that was close. You lay there pressed against Edward, your heart beating too fast. We'll have to keep an eye out for more traps. You nod as Edward helps you to your feet. You continue down the tunnel, only feel a great rumble beneath you. What the? Suddenly the path below your feet starts to crumble and fall away. This is really kind of cheap. Giving the little skeletons, it's kind of cheap. You jump across the remaining stones like it's a game of hopscotch, safely reaching the other side. Made it. You reach back and help Edward make the final leap. Just as the path crumbles completely, the two of you turn to face the rest of the tunnel. We've got to be nearing the end, right? I certainly hope so. With a determined nod, you lead Edward deep into the tunnel, and you hear another click coming from your right. Poison darts this time. Poison darts fly from the wall, far too many to dodge. Peyton! Edward lunges, shielding your body as the darts whistle through the air. Wasn't I the one with the armor? Edward, are you okay? Just a scratch. Edward pulls away and brushes it aside, but you see him grimace. Edward, at least let me kiss it better. Is it some sort of future remedy? Something like that. Now let me see. Move Edward's arm up and out of the way so you can get a better look at his wound. His leather jacket was pierced by the dart, but he doesn't seem to be bleeding much. You press a kiss to your fingertips and then gently touch his side. Better? Aye, much. Good, now don't you dare do that again. Edward catches your hand and lifts it to his lips, kissing your knuckles. Peyton, I always put myself between you and danger. Edward, don't be foolish. I need you. If something were to happen to you because of me... Nothing will happen, Peyton, not as long as we're together. Then let's do this. You quicken your pace through the tunnel, keeping an eye out for enemies and traps alike. But something else catches your eye as you make your way further into the temple. Futuristic weapon, why not? The artifact seems to have been plucked from dozens of eras. Ancient coins are heaping in take-out boxes. Dusty scrolls are covered with vintage rock band stickers. All the while, the tugging of your gut gets stronger and stronger, leading you towards Pirate Amulet. Touch it. Edward, do you recognize this inscription? But as your fingers graze the amulet, the whole room suddenly blinks from existence.
You're a fool to challenge me.
You're a fool to think you'll win. You watch in shock as a version of yourself clashes swords with the Admiral, driving him back. Is this the future? You jerk your hand away from the amulet with a start. Edward catches you. Peyton, are you alright? I saw myself fighting the Admiral. I think it was the future. Good. I'm ready for that future. But I wonder... You look back down at the amulet as it pulses with power. Somehow you know. If Edward and I touch the amulet at the same time, we'll see our future together. This is your chance to see the possible future with Edward and collect the last item for your captain's cabin. Okay, feels a bit rushed, but okay. In before they end the book. Edward, I need you to do something. Do you trust me? With my life. You take his hand and then hold your hand out, hovering just above the amulet. We're about to touch this amulet at the same time, okay? On the count of 3. Edward nods and raises his other hand into position. 1, 2, 3. The wind catches your hair. It smells of salt and freedom. Your ship crests to swell and Edward comes up behind you. This is the life I'll always imagine. You, me, in the open sea. I always imagine us captaining a ship together. And here you are, making all my dreams come true. After you helped me believe in my dreams again, 'tis the least I could do. You throw your belt onto the table, your pistol thumping onto the wood. I want to hear you say it. Miss Bellamy? Not bad. He steps closer, lowering his voice to a rumbling growl that sends shivers up your spine. Peyton. Sorry, that's not what I'm looking for either. You dance back out of his reach, but he lunges and captures you, dragging you to his chest as he spins you around. My captain. That's more like it. He's still smiling as he leans in to kiss you. The ocean stretches before you, the scent and sound as familiar as your own name. You dig your toes into the cool grass and watch for the brilliant moment when the sun first peaks over the distant horizon. This is my favorite part. Mine too. The dusky orange is suddenly pierced by a bright burst of light. The clouds glow, the colors race across the ocean towards you. Golds, pinks, and the softest blues, colors you never could have imagined before. Young boy, Mama, Papa, look what I found! You smile up at Edward. Should we? Give it a minute. He'll bring us his prize over here if we let him. Edward, fatherhood suits you. You reach up to cup Edward's cheek, and he leans into your touch. I don't think you've stopped smiling since his birth. How could I? When I see our son running around, a perfect blend of the two of us. Edward wraps his arms around you, and you savor the quiet moment, the calm before the next adventure. You blink and look around. Edward has disappeared, his hand ripped from yours. Edward? But he's nowhere to be found. Where am I? You look around what appears to be a museum. Keep searching. Ignore the gleaming swords on the wall and continue wandering through the exhibit. Edward, where are you? You turn a corner and come face to face with a portrait of Edward. You quickly step forward to read the important plaque next to the portrait. Captain Edward Mortimer. The fearsome Captain Mortimer plied his trade for many years, sometimes as a privateer, but often at odds with the law. Though he was known to be one of the wealthiest captains of his time, contemporary reports paint him as a tragic figure. It is said that he refused to retire, choosing instead to sail the seas endlessly in search of a great lost love. Excuse me, are you okay? You tear your gaze from the exhibit and realize your cheeks are wet. You wipe away the tears and open your mouth to answer. Peyton. Habit of the future in your cheeks, still down. What happened? Why are you crying? I saw nothing but a happy future. I mean, you had a child with him. We don't know what happened past that point. Pretend these are happy tears. These are happy tears. Promise. Edward cups your cheek and studies your face, wiping away one straight tear. You put every scrap of your acting skill into projecting hope. and happiness, and finally he nods. I never dared dream of a future like that, a future with you. From the moment you crashed into my life, you've pushed me to be better, to want more, to believe. Are you saying what I think you're saying? He smiles at you, stroking your cheek. You've shown me the power of dreaming for something more. Your heart beats faster, and when you see hope in his eyes, you lift your hand to cover his. Then let's go make our dreams come true. As you reach the end of the path, you can hear footsteps from close by. The tunnels converge, and you see Charlie and Oliver emerge next to you.
Did you run into traps too?
Aye, nasty ones.
It's likely my father and Roberts did as well. They shouldn't be too far ahead.
Who reloads the, darts, then? Seriously. This is it, are we ready?
Aye,
I'm ready.
Always ready, love.
Edward, what's wrong? You reach out just as Edward collapses onto the floor. Edward? Oh, go f*** yourself, really? Well, I mean, he was hit by the dart, so no real surprise there. Today was super fast, wasn't it? It was just super short, super fast. They put more work into Queen Bee as well as the nanny this week than they did Distant Shores. Without further ado, thank you all for tuning in. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if this channel means anything, and the fact that I literally do what I do means anything. Also, this community, if you give a crap about it. Hopefully you do, but please. Like, you don't realize you're the, I guess, steam. You're the engine. You're everything that runs this train. So, without you, and without your support, this engine will stop running. I don't know what else to put it, or how else. Anyway, good day.